voice can make a difference, and every second counts.
Mund të them që Shqipëria është një ndër vendet me resurse më të bukura në gjithë Ballkanin Perëndimor. Me që përmenda lumet, po më vjen tani në mendje një fragment kur unë kam qenë fëmijë. Mami ime ngritte gjithë kalamajt e lagjes dhe na çonte te lumi për të notuar. Do doja shumë që në një të ardhme dhe fëmijët e mi të përjetonin ato gjëra që unë kam përjetuar kur kam qenë fëmijë, por mendoj që me kohën që ka ardhur tani është shumë e vështirë edhe mërzitem për këtë.
You know, Albania is a country I'd never thought I'd go to. The country was under communism from the 1940s to the 1970s. Today, it's a transitional democracy, working out the kinks from an authoritarian to a democratic regime. The country is home to Europe's last wild river, the Vjosë River. The river and its tributaries flow untouched from the mountains in Greece to the Adriatic Sea in Albania. But hydropower plant construction threatened its continued existence. In places like this, they simply don't get the media attention they deserve. It may not be as sexy as Venice or as critical as the Great Barrier Reef, but to the people who live here, the nature, its ecosystem, it's a part of their culture, heritage, and their identity, and it's also simply stunning. I spoke to Professor Aleko Miho. He is the chairman of Eco Albania and has been working to protect Albania's rivers from hydropower plant construction for over 10 years.
We need energy. It means that we have now 200 hydropowers working. 40 of them produce more than 10 megawatts. All the rest are less than 10 megawatts. And it is planned up to 530 hydropowers to build within 2030. 80 of them are within protected areas. The government, in the moment, it is not easy to say that the behavior is helpful. Last year, problems about reducing the protected areas was not a good behavior of the government. The protesting still continues. And of course, it is green energy, but if it is in such a cumulative, synergic, they can harm the biodiversity, river courses, which are the most pristine areas. Why this is a national park? For what? If we don't protect from such buildings, it's no sense.
So I have two stops today. Right now I'm heading to the capital, Tirana. Today there's a talk with the government about protecting the Vjosë River and its tributaries. I'm going to be joining environmental journalist Entenala NDrevataj. She's been covering this issue for many years and has been gracious enough to invite me along.
Today we're here at an institution in the center of Tirana, and we are gathering together because the government is doing kind of an arrangement with an American company named Patagonia, and we're going to talk about Vjosa, the last wild river in Europe, and the plan to turn it into a national park.
Long conversations, WhatsApp messages, at times renewing our vows and stating a deep commitment to making this happen.
I've been following the case of Vjosë for many years now, and the government, the Albanian government, the same that is actually now, has said that Vjosë will turn into a national park, but later on they kind of changed the promise and said it is not possible for them to turn into a national park, so they declared the main river a natural park. It was not mentioned the tributaries, which is the most important thing right now, because for example, Shushica, which is one of the main tributaries of Vjosë, is in danger. A private company has started the procedures to develop 5 hydropower plants there, and where it will start and where it will end, it was not very concrete, and it is like a promise that I've heard so many times. As a journalist, I was not allowed to ask questions, and I have a lot of questions in my mind. Prime Minister Rama again took the space to say that how good they have worked for Albania and for the environment, while I've seen other things. Okay.
All right, this is what I've been waiting for. So right now, I'm next to the Shushica River. A little further up is where the Vjosë River and the Shushica River separate. People are working really hard to keep the Vjosë River designated as a national park. Unfortunately for the Shushica River, plans for hydroelectric dams are already underway.
We will protect the rivers. We need not only to use them for our needs today, but part of them belong to the new generation.
Më thyesh e zemrën në qoftë se unë do i shihja lumen të Shqipërisë që të thaheshin një ditë gjithë.
It's crazy to think that the way the river looks now and has looked for hundreds of thousands of years, that in a couple of years, it may be reduced to a trickle or even a standstill. For people like me, especially my age or younger, there's just this looming dread relating to the environment all the time. No one person can do anything, and governments aren't doing anything, at least fast enough. What's the world gonna look like in 10 years? Let alone 3. But for today, let's just enjoy the Shushica River while we can.